Hi Boopsies, it's me, Tony Bomboni ASMR. Welcome back to your recorded session before this begins. If you're new here, please tap that subscribe button and hit all notifications after you tap the notification bell once you subscribe, because that will allow you to get notified of new videos from me, which I do upload every single day to help support my journey, to help me do daily videos for you like this. It takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and time from my life. I have a website called tonybomboni.com, and that enables you to help support this channel so that I can keep going, keep producing daily content for you. It gives me, honestly, the motivation. I've been doing this for a very long time, for a whole decade, so to run another decade, you gotta pay the light bill. Do you know what I'm saying? So that helps me do that. So I'm very much looking forward to offering my services on there for you. I offer services like Reiki healing, like I'm about to do on you on this video. Okay, so this video obviously is a different format from how I do the Reiki on the bookings. You all know by now how that works. But I wanted to bring back some crystals and do some healing energy work just for this brief video. It was requested to do Reiki for creativity, for making art, specifically, but it can be for anything, for literally like creating your work of art, however that links to you. Art is everywhere and everything, so if you think about it, it could be for everything. Being creative can be difficult sometimes, so I want to open up the channels to invite that creative energy in your life right now. So I have a few crystals to help do that. I'm going to start with what draws me in more first, and that is kunzite. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the Reiki symbols now over you. And almost done. We will begin. All right, so I'm going to send beautiful energy of kunzite your way. All these crystals help with initiating creative energies, but they also have other properties as well. So I'm going to start by warming up the energy, getting a felt sense of what you're going through. And I begin. A lot of you are creative, but some of you may feel stuck right now. Some of you may feel like you're trapped in a world where you have no imagination, rather than a world where you do. Sorry for the noise, it's my dog. I do have to keep an eye on him. He's still recovering. Okay, moving on. There's a lot of love within you, and I think you need to invite more of that energy into your creative works of art. Whether you're at your job, or you just are writing a book, you're an author, or you just need to be creative on what meal to make your kids next. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you invite that creativity to come through, but it's not going to come through unless you come through by opening up your heart more, loving what you do more, loving that meal you cook, loving what you're writing about, even if you hate it at first. It's okay if that thought comes through. I hate my work. I don't love what I do. I don't accept it. You're frustrated. You're throwing that paper time and time again and starting over. Guess what? You can still draw. You can still write. You can still channel this abundant love energy. It's all within. And I see a nice warm glow of imagination emanating from within you. Tap into that now. I'll give you a moment. Breathe deeply and have a glass of water near you. can activate and stimulate that energy within. It's all within you. The kunzite will activate it within you. Activating that heart chakra energy to get to what you desire, how you desire your work to come across. It's all within the heart. Use your imagination. Get creative now. Maybe you have an idea come up now, randomly, out of the blue, that can help you. I'm going to sit silent for a moment and feel what else I feel. Right now what I feel is that you need some silence. You need to gather your thoughts. So I'm going to, while I charge lepidolite, the next stone over you, I'm going to be silent for a moment, so whatever message comes in your mind is the message for you. High vibration, so I feel like you're really connecting with a higher vibration now. We're working from the heart now to the third eye. We're working quickly here. Activate your third eye. Activate your third eye, your creativity. Activate your third eye to tap into your creativity. Activating your third eye energy. And focus on this lepidolite. Focus on it. Follow it with your eye. When you focus on it, let your thoughts wander, let your mind wander. Maybe you come up with your own idea now. Not someone else's idea, your own, creatively, intuitively, divine guided idea. What is that next thing you should be doing? How should you come across? What should you perform? You're a creative worker. You can transmute and transform energy. That's all this universe is. You can do it. You can get creative. I know you can. You can believe in yourself. You can believe that you're going to be able to create. You can calm your mind of the doubting thoughts that say, no, I can't. Yes, you can. Certainly you can. It is very possible. It's within you, and what's within you has to come out. And let's allow it to come out and flow now. Let's allow that creative energy to come and flow, to shine itself fearlessly to shine itself. It's beautiful creative light. It's inspiration. It's motivation. It's magical. It's shiny and sparkling. Don't be afraid to come out and play. Experiment to test different colors. You're not comfortable doing something that feels wrong. Do it anyway. Who cares? It's art. Controversial? Who cares? That's art. Do it anyway. I dare you today. Open up that daringness within you. That's what will create more. The more you create, the more creativity will emanate within you. Excellent. And tapping in to your gift, your seeing eye. The eyes to see what to do. The eyes to know what to do and how to come across. Activate it now. is connected to your third eye and heart. It's a neighbor. Speak it. Speak it. Sing it and speak it. Say it. Don't be afraid. Maybe you're writing a speech. Say it. It's okay. You are the creator here, and you exist to create. Remember that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Remember that. Trust in yourself, because I trust and believe in you, and that you can do it. I'm bringing about the bloodstone now. It's not even about the meaning of the crystals. It's about the message to come through. Breathe. Feel free to follow my breath. As I activate the creativity already residing within you. I'm not here doing anything. I'm just here to make you realize what you already have. Sometimes we forget. Moving back to the heart. Sometimes we need to move back. We need to go back and forth, and strengthen our connection, connecting it together. You're too much stuck in the past. You're thinking of past things. You're dwelling in it. You're living in it. You're bathing in it. Stop it. I want you now to stop it. I'll give you a moment to stop it. Just stop it. Stop that thought process. You say, how to stop, Tony? I can't. Okay, I get it. Yes, you can. Shh. You're doubting yourself. Yes, you can. You cannot create from a past holding you back. Remember, go home. Tap into your heart. You can do this. Your heart will know how. Your mind won't. We just went to the mind. We're going back to the heart. You have to know how from the heart. It comes within. You're never going to be satisfied with your art until you're satisfied. You have to find a breaking point, a moment where you admit, this is my work of art, this is the best it's going to be, and this is what I can do. Even if you're at your weakest, even if you're at your lowest, even if you're at your worst in your career, guess what? You can activate it again. Not because you're repeating what you used to do. That never works long term. But because you're creating anew from within, from your new life experience. I want you to stop looking back and comparing yourself today to what you used to be able to accomplish. Maybe you failed, or you feel like you failed over time. But you can always get there and arise again. You will arise again. Not because someone else told you you can, but because you truly believe innate within you that you can. You're victorious, you're glorious, and you can strengthen yourself by knowing this. That's how you strengthen yourself. You know that you can. You're the only cheerleader you got. You can give yourself that motive and courage to get up, get that coffee or that tea, and keep trying, keep working at it, keep writing that thing, keep drawing that thing, keep practicing that thing. And the more you do it, everything is going to activate on its own. Everything is energy, so the more energy you put towards something, the more energy it emits. And until you just emit this creative flow and you like almost throw up this just creativity. Sometimes you just have to hurl out this expression of creativity from within. It just flows. I want you to activate that within. But it won't be just through your third eye. You have to go follow your heart when something feels confusing and doesn't feel right. And then when you're confused about your heart, you go back to your mind. You ask questions, and then when you get too confused, go back to your heart. Dip back into it, and then go back and forth until everything neutralizes itself and makes sense. It may not even make sense now what I'm saying, but it will in due time. Now we're going to go to the crown. I'm going to go all the way back to the crown now. We went back and forth, back and forth. But we need to bring you in a state of confusion to find relevancy and peace. Relevancy to what you're going through, to relate and connect back to you. And peace, knowing that you have all the answers you need. Have I confused you? Good. That's all intentional. I want you to forget about what I'm trying to say, but I want you to feel what I'm trying to say. The feeling within. I want you to feel what it is you need to do now. How you need to express yourself creatively in your work of art. Maybe you have several projects, several works of art. Do one at a time. Don't clutter your mind, because then you're creating a mess, a confusion. You're confusing yourself. You're making yourself energetically weaker. You need to stick to one thing and one thing only and work with it. If you cannot focus on it, let it go. Then you work on another project that makes sense, that draws you in, that feels right. I know artists get eager and excited and they want to create multiple things at once, but don't do it all day, every day. One at a time. One at a time. You can switch back and forth, but as long as you express and throw up as much creativity on that one project at a time. When you can't anymore, then you switch to another thing. Keep the flow running. Don't just stop. The painter that stops painting for months never returns. You have to keep going and trying. Creativity is like a muscle. You have to keep practicing it. You have to keep performing at it. So let's follow the celestite now. This is the celestine stone. Follow it. Follow it. Follow it. Follow the celestite stone. You are getting more creative now. You see, it's making more clearer sense. Okay, we're flushing all this information from the divine above. And then we're going to flush it back down now. We're going to flush it back down right now. Very soon. I'm going to hold it here for a moment. And send you as much energy as I can. Flushing it down into your chakra systems. Flushing that creative energy. Being able to tap in from above. To be able to receive information on what to do next. To be guided and led by your heart, but also to have that divine connection. So that you can continue receiving endlessly creative energy without trying, without effort. It's supposed to be effortless. Creativity is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be your second nature. That's what it is meant to be when it works and activates within you fully, intentionally, in the right way. Chrysocolla. And we're going to go back down. Now flush all that crown back to the heart. We went heart, third eye, heart, crown, and now back to heart. We're linking it. Heart, third eye, heart, crown, heart. Now we're activating all of the energetic light cords. Wiring them all back together to the center one last final time to make you realize your worth, your power, your ability, not to doubt and question yourself, but to realize you are a creative being. You always were. It was always within you. You just didn't activate it. You forgot about it. But now you didn't forget. Now you remember. Now I reminded you. Now you can always channel this creativity in every project and venture you need. And make tons of money from it. But it's not about the money. It's not about how much you make from it. That's irrelevant anyway, especially nowadays. What's relevant is that you can have the divine right to express yourself and believe in yourself. That you can. You have the right. You have the freedom to, at least right now. And you can choose whether it's drawing manga or comic books or anime, or you're just trying to come up with what else to teach the class today. It doesn't matter. We're all being creative. I'm being creative right now, doing my job. You're being creative, doing your daily task, just being alive. How am I going to clean the house today? What am I going to cook? What recipe will I come up with? What am I going to wear today? We're required and asked to be creative every day. How can I cut the grass quicker today? What's the best way I can garden my garden? What fertilizer do I need? And what time and season and day? We are required to be creative. And it's a flow. When you are not, you are suppressing that within you. You are frustrated because you're thinking too much out of your mind, that you're not. Always go back to the heart and remember that you are. You always were. It's a God-given gift. You always were given this creativity within you. Everyone has been. And you know what? It's a gift because sometimes we're honestly not gifted in other ways, like not straight A students or not 145 IQ Mensa students, right? Like we have to be creative sometimes. We have to find out creative things. And that's not we're stupid, but it's not that. It's because we have gifts in other aspects, okay? So get creative because that's all you have. Get creative because you have no choice. Get creative because it's as if the last tool you need to survive in this world. A new day and age and era. Creativity is a must. We all have to get creative right now. So almost treat it like food and water. You have to. You have no choice right now but to be creative. Let it go now. I want you to let it go. Stop thinking. Stop listening to me. Shh, 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 shh. Be quiet. Stop. Shh. Hush, hush. Be quiet. Stop. Hush. Be quiet. Shh, 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 shh. Focus on nothing. Calm your mind. Relax. Be still. Thank you. The last stone is azurite, and it's going to activate all those points we just tapped into. All those points, it's going to turn it on one last time, and it's like a light bulb shining so brightly, and we're going to increase the dimmer, and we're going to raise the light, and it's going to be so immersive and strong and vivid and powerful that you will just be nothing but this beautiful light force of creativity and emanating this flow of creative energy within, that's already within, that's strengthened now, realized, connected, revitalized, and activated. You are now this activation of creative energy, and you can help other people. Yes, other people see your light now, and they're going to be so inspired by what you write or create or do or think or say or speak. You are just this abundance of creative. You are creative. Your middle name is creative. You are so creative that creative is just you. You are the creation of creative. And once you realize this, I'm telling you, no turning back. You can watch this back whenever you need that reminder, that activation. Sometimes life dims that light within us that's always been within. Remember, everything comes from you. Always, always. You never lost it. You never got permanently blocked from it. You always have these things. I want you to know your value. You are a valuable, precious, worthy, deserving human being. Let azurite remind you of this now. One of those powerful stones out there. And connect. What is this trying to tell you as it spins? Connect with it. I'll give you a moment. My vibe and impression is, hi honey, I've always been here for you. I've always been there to remind you that you are this worthy, valuable, creative, intelligent, inspiring person. And no matter what, stop comparing yourself to others. You create your own art based on what resources you use and have, and your life's experience and knowledge that you've acquired along your journey, and your soul's journey as well. So no more of looking back in the past. No more thinking you're worse and someone's better than you because they and their art is better. No, it's relative. They may feel like a piece of crud, but you feel like godly almost. That's all that matters, is that feeling. And that feeling will enable you to tap into your own creativity. So don't look at because that artwork looks prettier than yours. Forget that. You have it better because you now know you've tapped into your inner knowing, and because you know you can create. And I love you so much. Thank you very much for listening. I feel like we've activated what we need to activate. Send you some final Reiki and we'll be complete. Now shine it. Shine it. Spread that light unto others. That joy of knowing that you are creative and others will flock to you. Pretty soon people are going to buy your artworks. People are going to just overload the traffic on your website. People are just going to scream and shout from the rooftops to buy something. There's going to be so much demand for what you offer. There's going to be a shortage of it. And you're going to even be so in demand, you're going to have a hard time keeping up making more art for people because it's just going to flow so abundantly. And that's when you've tapped in to your inner creative truth. And that's when you're rich at heart. And that's when you are even in the physical. So thank you so much. I love you. And I will talk to you another time. Again, maybe you connect with some of these crystals. I used azurite, chrysocolla, two of my favorites personally, celestite, bloodstone, kunzite, and lepidolite. Thank you so much. If you'd like to book your own service from me, like I said, I have a website, tonybomboni.com. I look forward to doing things like healing work or tarot reading or anything else on there that you may seek. Please select a booking that you are led and called and guided to. Don't select because you feel like you're forced or pressured to pick. I want you to pick what draws you in the most. And if it doesn't draw you in, don't pick. Wait another time. I'll be waiting for you. Love and light. Take care.